Welcome back, Mr. Srinivasa.
Thank you.
Metro rail will be reality in a couple of years. That the work on metro is moving painfully slow is a different story. The first phase between Bayapnalli and MG Road may be ready for use any time now. Are you ready to provide an efficient feeder service?
Yeah, definitely we had a lot of interaction already with the BMRCL people. For the initial phase of metro, that is the first reach between Bayapnalli and MG Road, we have already worked out our feeder routes and we have identified and we have already branded them as Namma Metro feeder service. And the moment the metro is in operation, commercial operation, we are ready for providing the feeder service.
What kind of feeder service you are thinking of?
No, we have identified some routes because there are few stations between Bayapnalli and MG Road. Probably we will have to consider these stations and provide the facility of bus service to those stations from various catchment areas. And initially, we do not see any major problem in providing the feeder service because the reach is a very small reach. And also, we may not have major problems in looking at the requirements. Once the reach one is, or the phase one is in full operation, wherein they will be covering nearly 42 kilometers totally, then we will have to consider...
So my idea, Mr. Srinivasa, is when a commuter comes out on the road, he should take a bus and go to the nearby metro station. Can he get that immediately?
Definitely.
Are you planning something like that?
Yeah, definitely. No, the basic issue is that the last mile connectivity is a very, very important thing. So that we will have to achieve through BMTC as well as the BMRCL, and to some extent, yes, other non-motorized services
but
also.
But you must start planning now itself.
We are at it. We are not planning for that. Only thing is, we will not be in a position to operate those services till the metro is in commercial operation.
You want to use the same buses or you will have separate buses?
No, we will have to think two types of buses. The feeder service normally cannot be a bigger bus.
One, yes.
Wherever there is a requirement of smaller buses, we do have already BMTC has got some small buses. And in addition to that, looking at our requirements, certainly we can go for procuring some more smaller buses as feeder service.
You must go ahead because once metro comes, people will be looking for such a feeder service.
Yeah, we are already at it.
Good. Your revenue will come down heavily, I think, once metro starts. Most bus commuters will switch over to the metro, like auto commuters. Have you ever discussed this amongst your staff?
I do not fully agree with that. If you take our statistics, at present, nearly 4.8 million passenger trips are there in our BMTC buses every day. And in the first phase of metro, which is likely to be commissioned in another couple of years, it caters to 0.8 million. And if you look at the growth of the city, probably it is around 10 to 12%. And over a period of next 2 years, the ridership will certainly increase. So that will only supplement our efforts, and it will not be a competitor for BMTC.
Keep growing.
Yes.
There's one question from Archana. She doubts, somehow, she is, I think, maybe a cynic, she doubts better connectivity even after the metro comes.
No, if you look at the phase one of metro, there are only 2 lines which are planned right now and that they will be commissioned. I think probably in phase 2 there will be better connectivity when they take up phase 2, which is still in, say, they are yet to start the implementation process. The preliminary reports are ready, and I think there is a clearance at the highest level for these preliminary reports. And once they look at the financing part of it, when they take up the phase 2, the connectivity would certainly improve in metro. And we will also be ready for providing feeder services for the phase 2 also.
Fine, Mr. In London, one can purchase a common ticket for use in buses as well as underground. That is how metro is called in London. Do you have any such plans? Can you explain how exactly this works? Is it and how much it will cost? In London, I think it's about £2 or £3 for the entire day.
So we are also looking at a common mobility card. We had a lot of discussion with BMRCL people. So the common mobility card, once a commuter purchases this, he can travel both in BMTC as well as in metro. There will not be any difficulty. And people right now they are buying daily passes for our BMTC buses. Similarly, they are buying monthly passes for the BMTC buses. The BMRCL also can provide this type of facility, and the commuter can easily access both the services through this common mobility card. So we are already planning for that.
This card both BMRCL will issue and you also will issue?
No, it is only, it's a simple device, whether it is issued by BMRCL or the BMTC. Ultimately, the revenue generation is taken care of by the electronic system like electronic ticket machines or the validators, which will be either placed in the bus or will be carried by the conductor. Once he swipes that, to that extent, in fact, the amount will be deducted.
Mr. Srinivas, don't you think autos have become a necessary evil? Necessary evil I'm talking about. Just because bus service is not efficient. You may not agree with it. This is what people say. Auto drivers may be rude, they may not take you to the place you want to go, they may fleece you, they may charge you double the fare. But one good thing about autos is you can find them everywhere. You can hail them anywhere, anytime. They are always available. You can't say this about buses.
No, buses definitely, it's a major problem with buses. Anywhere in throughout the world you find that this problem, last mile connectivity, whatever we call, it's an issue. It has to be addressed there, and you cannot expect that the buses will be reaching the destination expected by the passenger. He will have to make his own arrangement from a particular destination. So we have seen in European countries people going in for bicycles as a non-motorized vehicle. That also definitely should get a lot of popular support in places like Bengaluru. Now, looking at the number of vehicles we have on road, certainly such type of say non-motorized vehicles should be made popular. And in this direction, in fact, we are looking at providing some parking facility near our TTMCs, which we have built, and also near our major bus stations. And in this direction, probably the first bicycle stand will be provided in Shantinagar TTMC.
I will come back to TTMC on that. You have a question from one Mini. She says buses pollute a lot. They emit black smoke, but no one checks them. They are alone on themselves. They are polluting the atmosphere of Bangalore.
No, it is not correct to say that they are emitting too much of...
Sir, how can you say that? People are seeing that.
I tell you, we have our emission testing center in all our depots. They have been provided with the support of, thanks to the Transport Department and the Pollution Control Board. We have our own testing centers for these emission levels. And every day, or depending on the requirement, the vehicles are tested and certified for these emission levels.
I don't think it is 100% true, sir.
No, there could be no. Every vehicle it is compulsory or it is statutory that every vehicle need to carry the certificate to say that it has been tested for emission levels. So that is being done in all our BMTC depots.
Is there a plan to introduce gas, using gas like auto rickshaw?
It's a long-term plan. And if you look at the present stage of the supply of gas in Bangalore, it may not be adequate. And there is already a proposal, and GAIL, the Gas Authority of India, they have laid the pipeline in the, I think, in the exterior of Bangalore. So probably looking at the way things are happening, I think it will take another 2.5 years before we get the CNG facility in Bangalore.
Delhi has introduced. All buses have gone to CNG.
Yeah, once we have the supply, certainly we can switch over to the CNG mode.
So pollution also will come down.
So naturally pollution levels will come down.
A break here, Mr. Srinivasa.
Thank you.
On return, let me ask you about the success or failure of the bus day which you have introduced, and also about the new bus terminals.